Welcome. Let's just jump right into it. Today we're decoding something that literally every homeowner in the Midwest has to face eventually. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of roof repair in Northeast Ohio, and we're basing this explainer entirely on the expert guides from Alpha Roofing Cleveland. So if you want to protect your home and, your bank account, you are absolutely in the right place.
Right off the bat, I want you to think about this number, 11 miles per hour. That is the intense, everyday reality of Maple Heights building codes. Because we're so close to Lake Erie and those massive weather systems, local codes actually mandate that your shingles have to withstand 110-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I mean, we aren't talking about a stiff breeze here. We're talking about serious structural threats to your home. So here's our roadmap for the explainer today. We're going to cover the Ohio weather threat, common roof failure points, the 3-step repair process, a real breakdown of roofing costs, how to spot scams, and finally some smart financing tips. Let's get to it. Section 1. The Ohio weather threat. It's basically the elements versus your roof. Okay, so Northeast Ohio throws a real 4-pronged environmental assault at your house. It's not just that it gets cold, right? You've got lake effect snow combining with these brutal freeze-thaw cycles. Then, add in those 50-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts tearing at the edges of your roof. And during the summer, the heat just bakes and cracks those asphalt shingles. Top the whole shebang off with the local clay soil that shifts your foundation and actually puts physical stress on the roof planes. These factors go straight after aging homes, especially the ones built between 1940 and 1970 that are probably still sitting on their original aging roof decking.
Moving on to Section 2, common roof failure points. Let's look at where the weather actually strikes.
If you live in a cold climate, you absolutely need to know this term, the ice dam. Picture this. Heat from your attic rises and melts the snow sitting up high on your roof. That water runs down to the colder edges, the eaves, and refreezes, creating this solid wall of ice. Since the new water backing up has literally nowhere to go, it gets forced backward, right up under your shingles. It is a devastating winter chain reaction.
And look, if you ignore an ice dam, you are fast-tracking some serious interior damage. That trapped water backs up, seeps right through your roof decking, and just starts rotting out your attic insulation. Before you know it, you're looking up at these ugly brown ceiling stains in your living room, or worse, dealing with severe structural decay. What starts as a simple, localized roof issue turns into a massive, costly, whole-house disaster real quick.
All right, Section 3, the 3-step repair process. These are your code-compliant fixes.
Trusted contractors rely on a very straightforward 3-step method to make sure your repair actually survives the next spring storm. First up is a comprehensive assessment. They're checking the attic for hidden moisture and handing you written material specs. Step 2 is the execution. That means tearing off the bad shingles, properly sealing the flashing, and strictly following those Ohio building codes we talked about. Finally, Step 3 is the final inspection, verifying the weather sealing, the installation, and your warranty coverage. Absolutely no shortcuts.
Section 4, breaking down roofing costs. Let's talk hard numbers. It is the ultimate homeowner question, isn't it? How much is this new roof actually going to cost me? Well, forget the vague estimates. We're going to answer this with total radical transparency right now. Let's break down the exact pricing. Say you've got a standard 20 by 20 detached garage. An asphalt roof for that is going to run you somewhere between $2,000 and $4,500. But if you want metal, that jumps to between $4,500 and $8,000. Now, what about a standard 2,000 square foot house? Replacing that with asphalt will cost between $8,000 and $15,000. If you want the incredible longevity of a metal roof, you're looking at $14,000 to $25,000. So those are your baselines. But here's where budgets completely blow up. Materials, like your shingles, are pretty predictable, but the most expensive part of a replacement? It's the labor, it's the tear-off, and it's finding hidden rot. If those ice dams we talked about have ruined your roof substrate, replacing the damaged plywood or OSB sheathing costs around $50 to $80 per sheet installed. And trust me, that adds up incredibly fast. It makes early detection absolutely essential. Section 5, how to spot scams. Time to protect your investment.
So there are some really obvious red flags that separate a shady, lying contractor from a legitimate local pro. An honest roofer is always going to provide written specifications, they'll pull the proper county permits, and they'll proudly show you their manufacturer certifications. On the flip side, if a contractor is just giving you a vague verbal quote, or maybe pressuring you by claiming you have invisible storm damage, or, and this is the biggest red flag ever, they demand full payment up front, just walk away immediately.
Now, I want to give you an absolute insider tip here. Never ever tell a contractor you have insurance money before negotiations start. Showing your financial hand too early only helps a dishonest roofer. Think about it. If they know exactly how much your insurance is paying out before they've even done the math, miraculously, their estimate is going to inflate to match that exact number. So keep your cards close to your chest, stay professional, and whatever you do, don't act rushed. Section 6, Smart Financing and Savings. Let's look at some actionable strategies. Okay, here are 4 highly actionable ways to save some cash. First, skip the high-interest credit cards and look into FHA Title I loans or a home equity line of credit. Second, timing is literally everything. If you schedule your project in the late fall or winter, you can often score off-season discounts because demand just drops off a cliff after October. Third, you can save money without losing quality by just going with durable mid-grade asphalt shingles instead of the super expensive premium decorative ones. And finally, if you are physically capable and can do it safely, handling the tear-off and disposal of the old materials yourself will completely slash those heavy labor costs. So we've covered the brutal 110-mile-per-hour winds, the absolute nightmare of ice dams, the true costs of a replacement, and how to dodge those scammers. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a crucial question to evaluate your own home. Seriously, is your roof ready for the next freeze? Don't wait until water is literally dripping from your ceiling to find out. Take a good look at your house today, use the facts you just picked up, and make sure your primary shelter is truly secure. Keep learning, keep preparing, and I will catch you in the next explainer.